This is the Prophet ﷺ's prayer. My goal is you, Ya Rabbi. My aim is for your pleasure. The Prophet ﷺ is running for that. And how we are doing, what we are doing. How are you going to know, without a guide, what you're doing? It is for Allah's pleasure and not the pleasure of your desire. How are you going to know? We're entering the night of Ragaib. How are you going to know when you enter into this holy night, which majority of Muslims are not following, they're not believing? So much foolishness that is entering, so much foolishness they're putting into Islam in these last days, stopping man, the believers, from worshipping, entering into the night of Ragaib, and the few that are entering into that night, and asking for Allah, and praying to Allah, and asking for dua. What are you asking for? How are you going to know what you're asking for is what Allah wants from you? If you see yourself still separate from the will of Allah, how are we going to say that we have submitted to Allah? Correct or no? How are we going to say that we are a Muslim who has submitted our will? How are we going to know the will of Allah? You have reached to Allah. Of course, 2 billion Muslims thinking they have reached to Allah. That's why this world right now is a paradise. That we cannot even stand up to defend the honor of the orphans, of the widows, of the poor ones, of those ones who are Muslim. They have cruelty is put on them. We cannot do nothing. With all our numbers, with all our technology, with all our money, with all our influence. Because we are headless. If you don't have a head, the whole body behaves as they like. The hands is going to say, I want to be feet. Feet is going to say, I want to be head, because there's no head. So now it's complete chaos. But still thinking we are a body. Still thinking this ummah is saying we're an ummah. Where is ummah? What ummah? What community? Yeah, a community of people following their ego, definitely. But not the ummah that is surrounding itself around the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Because the lifestyle and the understanding is completely different now. So how are you going to know? Most people, they're running away from this. You can run much as you want. Same questions as I'm asking, same questions is going to be asked. Man and woman, brown or black or yellow. You're a Muslim, you're going to be asked. You're a non-Muslim, the question is still going to be asked. But you're calling yourself a Muslim, you're calling yourself a mu'min, you should know better. This is the whole point. You should know better. But I'm looking, some of you, you're not making any progress. Instead of knowing better, you know less and less. You know worse and worse. The end is not going to be so good. We may escape here. How far are we going to run? We're going to end up 6 feet under, no? You can run to the moon if you want. People now, they're saying, I want to run away to the moon. But even the moon is going to reject them. Because everything else is saying, no, your home of your body, not your spirit, is here. You cannot take this body and you cannot put it anywhere else. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. You want to go to outer space, it is unacceptable. They throw you back down. You want to go down into the ocean and live there, it's unacceptable. They will bring you up. You want to live in the skies, it is unacceptable. We are not designed for any of that. We're designed for here. So we can run away from this reality. Short while, very short while. But we're going to come back to the same conclusion. You are in the way of tariqat. We are in the way of tariqat. You and me. In the way of the path of the Prophet. What are we doing? Are we making a progress? Are we standing still? Or did we take a detour? Are we walking backwards? Or are we in this path, we say, well, I want to make my own path in this path. Then you're not in the path. And this, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, is a high privilege and a high honor for us. So, the dua of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Our goal is Allah. Our aim is to please Allah. That is the Prophet's prayer. What do you think the Sahaba Kiram, they were running after? What is their goal? And who were they trying to please? The Holy Prophet. When he calls them, they don't say, may my children be sacrificed for Allah. Correct or no? They say, may my children be sacrificed for you, Ya Rasulullah. If they put Allah and this Prophet there. Just as the Quran is saying so many times. Allah and His Prophet, Allah and His Prophet, Allah and His Prophet. We're here to understand certain things. If you're at school, if you're not understanding certain things, you're not going to pass. You cannot graduate. You cannot go further. Then you're still a child. Correct or no? You cannot. You think in the way of spirituality it is so easy. I'm just going to be here whenever I want, however I want, and without any real good reason. Oh, of course, there are some people with very good reason, and their connection is strong, and we're sending them, it's okay like this, but don't give yourself an excuse. Let others to make an excuse for you. Do we want to remain a child? Child, they are cute. Children. 2 years old, 3 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old. 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, 20, 26. They still behave like a child. Is that cute? Say it to me. Is that cute or no? Or you see a 40-year-old man still behaving like a child like this. Is that cute? Why is that not cute? Everybody knows this is not the proper behavior. Behavior was good back then, but now it cannot be. You think our spirituality is not the same? There's so many in the way, they're still stuck. Trying. Until you understand and you unstuck yourself, you are still going to be treated like a child. That time, candy is given to you, not the jewels. You put in your hand a jewel and a candy, you give to a kid. Which one is the kid going to run towards? Candy. Do we know what is a jewel? Do we know what is a candy? You have to have a certain spiritual maturity to know what we are offering. What is it that you want? So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What are you going to ask for? You're going to say, I am asking for Allah. Say, that is your answer? Okay. We know where you are now. So, we have to understand a few things so that we are able now to return to Allah in the most perfect form. That the Holy Prophet is going to be very happy with us, presenting us to Allah. The angels will be welcoming us like a padishah, saying, this is Khalifatullah. This is the Khalifa of Allah. This is the one, yes, this is the one. That Allah has created this one in Ahsani Taqweem, the most perfect form. And he kept this most perfect form in the asfal as-safilin, in the lowest of the low. They did. Subhanallah. That time, not the angels in the Kaaba on the night of Laylatul Raghaib. The angels will be in your heart on the night of Laylatul Raghaib. But people are sleeping. You don't know how to ask, where to ask also. Where the angels are gathering. Cannot say more. So, may our Shaykh's feet always be on our necks, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha.